In my whole company, I have 200 employees that do marketing. Who do you think does my marketing? Yes. So why would we delegate the most important thing in our business, which is generating revenue? You can delegate more people on the team to help you do it. You can delegate more salespeople to take in more stuff or more outbound people to go do more things. But you should be always striving to become the best marketer in your business, because that is what makes you untouchable as a loan officer or as an agency, whatever the fuck you want to become. That is it. I'm confident in myself. If I lose everything, my entire social media following, everything, and I have to go start a new company, I'm okay, because I can go get more business. So I don't need to be like, oh fuck, I need a guy who's like, can film on an iPhone. I need a guy that can, it's like 20K of expenses to get a marketing team together. But like, all of it is simpler than that. So you guys need to start shifting your mindset and being like, how do I just get better at this stuff? Because what most of you do, and I see it all the time, you go through this thing where like, you're like, I left the event, I'm like, oh, fuck, Eddie and Chris and everyone said I need to make more videos. Okay, I'm gonna go get a video guy. And you guys go get a video guy and you're like, I'm gonna spend a few grand a month on a video guy. You spend a month trying to figure out the cheapest, best value video guy. You're already a month away from the time you're like, I need to film videos. When the guy that picked up his phone is 100 videos in, he's hired no one. Then you pay this guy, then you realize you're the problem, not the video guy, because you don't even wanna get on camera. And it's just the same fucking cycle. And I know you guys, a lot of you in this room have been through a similar cycle. I've seen it. So you need to shift your mindset to like, how do I take my phone? How do I become the marketing guy without like spending 10 hours a week doing marketing shit? I could do it probably in under 2-3 hours if I understand how everything should work. And then this becomes your new obsession, and this becomes a thing that makes you the most money in your life. You just need to understand where to draw the line. When do you pick this up and when do you leave it on the ground? That becomes the hardest thing. I can make more money with this than I don't give a fuck how many billboards and all this other shit that anyone else can make, and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on real estate to put their fucking signs up, and I can just film a video and win. 4 years ago, I literally could film a video and not even the amount of people in this room would watch that video. That's how little views. 7 views, 9 views, 1 like. Like, we all started in the same spot. What transformed me? I literally realized I don't give a fuck anymore about anyone that doesn't speak highly of me, because I know the person that I am and I know the goodwill that I do. I know my character. And if anyone speaks poorly about me because I'm making a video, it's out of envy, jealousy, anything along those lines in that category. Because to be honest with you, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Middle Eastern. The Middle Eastern community is very small, transparently. It's whatever, 600 families, 700 families, 1,000 families, fuck it. When I post a video, at this point, all 1,000 families see the video that I'm posting. There are people who dislike me, who have never met me at all. They've never spoken to me. Every one of their friends might be like, Eddie's an awesome guy. He's helped me with this. He's never asked for anything in return. Doesn't matter, they dislike me. What could be the only reason they dislike me? I post videos and they're like, oh, he's fucking stupid for posting videos. Jealousy, envy. I have nice cars, I post them. Oh, he must be scamming people to get nice cars. Jealousy, envy. It all goes down the list. And then I realized, I'm like, the only people talking shit don't even affect me. And initially, the people that talk shit were my like family and parents, like, bro, you look dumb, come on, stop it. But it was them trying to be nice. It was them being like, come on, bro, you're not good at this. Stop it, you look silly. Like, when are we ever good at anything? The first time I kicked a soccer ball, probably missed the first 10 kicks. And then I went on to play D1 soccer. But like, I couldn't kick a soccer ball at some point. So it's the same thing, right? So I just stopped caring about that. And you guys really all should care about that. And I'll tell you now, 5 years later, I've lost friends because I post videos. Kind of stupid, but made it clear for me who I should actually keep as a friend and who I didn't. So I actually ended up being a positive. And now my life is in a completely different spot. And every single one of those friends still works the same job, makes the same income, has the same life, has the same problems, has the same vices, all these things down the list. And they haven't posted a single video. No one knows who they are. They don't exist. If they lose their job tomorrow, they're fucked. That's the reality, right? I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but that you're asking me how I overcame it. That's it. I just stopped caring. And literally still to this day, my wife will be like, oh, I hung out with the girls and this girl said her husband said this about you and blah, blah, blah. And like, she doesn't even care anymore. But when we first got married, she was like, oh my God, babe, like they're talking bad. Like, come on, like, I don't want to be like that. Like, I don't want people to talk about it. I'm like, babe, who gives a fuck? And then over time, you realize these are not the people you want to be friends with. Why would they talk down to you like that? If I see my friends struggling, trying to do something, I don't care what it is. I'm just encouraging them. Bro, don't worry, bro. You just started. Obviously, you're gonna suck at that. Keep going. Go to another tennis match. Play another tournament. Keep going, bro. I'll show up. I'll watch you on Saturday. That's what we should be doing, right? So once you realize that, you stop caring. That's when you guys can really feel free. I feel free. The only person that can tell me what not to post or post is my wife. I post something, she's like, babe, that was a little too much. You know, can you take it down? No problem. It's not really no problem. It's like, babe, what the fuck? Come on, it's such a good video. It's gonna bang. It's definitely going viral. Look at it. She's like, no, take it down. I'm like, fuck it, I will. How do we be polarizing while also being professional? I'm gonna give you this perspective from my speech this morning. We can all agree I was pretty polarizing with the things I'm saying. Look how full this room is. They should have given us a bigger room. It's not this or that. You can always be both by just providing enough value, and that makes you a professional. If I don't like the way someone's talking, but he's giving me so much information about the thing that he's teaching on, I assume he's a professional because he knows what he's talking about. And the crazy perspective, let me put it this way, a lot of you guys think professionals like suit and tie. We live in a world where I show up to board meetings with billionaires and I have a hoodie on and like Air Force Ones, and they're like, Eddie, what would you like to say? Eddie, please stand up. I'm not saying it for me, but in general, a lot of people are like that, right? It doesn't matter. Professional is no longer this tie and suit. It's the knowledge gap. This is what I view as professional, in my opinion. What it is you and the person you're talking to, and this gap of knowledge of where you are to them. That is it. This is what determines if you're a professional, in my opinion. I might be wrong. The bigger this gap is, the more polarizing you can be, and people will still respect you and ask you for advice. The smaller the gap is, the less polarizing you can be, because the gap is so small that when the gap is this big, there's 100 other replacements just like you to get that same information and professional knowledge or whatever it is from. The bigger the gap is to the person you're talking to, the less people there are that are alternatives to whatever you're talking about. Therefore, it means you can be more polarizing, you can say more stuff that people, get blown away by. You'll notice in this room, I'm gonna swear a lot less than the main stage. Just two different vibes. It's all about this. This is what makes you a professional. What gets you views is being polarizing. My best content, guys, the stuff I film and I'm like, dude, if someone watches this, they're gonna make millions of dollars. No views, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. Me talking about fat people, millions. That's the world we live in. So how can we blend both, right? And someone was asking me, they're like, hey dude, are you saying I should make a ton of content that's irrelevant to what I'm doing? It's just kind of general content. I feel like I'm just gonna attract a bunch of people. Wait, who was it? It was you. He teaches people how to publicly speak. You're gonna see him tomorrow, incredible speaker, okay? He's like, bro, if I go broad, I'm just gonna get a bunch of people who are broke, who can't afford to pay me to learn how to speak. I said, incorrect. How it actually works is I get all my followers, and this is actually even one of the questions, how do you grow your followers? I get all my followers from what I call broad content. This is the personal, this is the funny. All my followers, literally 99%. Every time I have a video go off, I look how many followers did I get, and I start comparing videos, and now we have just Google Sheets where an AI robot goes in, logs in, tells me exactly what the stats are after a week. 99% of all my followers come from content that's not related to business or marketing. But 100% of my money comes from content that is business and marketing. It's a funnel. It's broad. A lot of people see it. Now they're following. Now I'm teaching them money and business. They trust me and then they transact with me. But in order to get in front of their face and stop them from scrolling to someone else's video, I need to do this. And then what did I tell you guys? What builds authority? I said somewhere sales are made and then somewhere authority is made. Does anyone remember? Feed. And that is how this game works. You make broad content that makes them click on your profile. They look at your description and your feed and they determine, is this guy cool or girl? Is she cool, funny, smart, whatever it is, enough for me to hit the blue button? And in less than 5 seconds, they decide, am I back or am I staying here, right? And so goal is have the best business card, website, whatever, feed, let's call it, right? Have a good feed and drive as many people as possible to look at your feed and determine if they want to follow you or not. A lot of you guys, your feed, your bio is loan officer, ID number, who cares? What a waste of space. I have 15 companies I could link in my bio. Who cares? That's too, what are they gonna look and be like, oh my God, he has all these companies. I'm confused, what does this guy do? I have one company, I said, CEO, bad marketing, building Scoville chicken. I invest in companies that change the world. You read that, you're like, oh, this guy's pretty interesting. Oh, bad marketing, that sounds pretty cool. Change the world, that's cool. This guy's a lot more than just this one thing. They look at some pictures and they're like, okay, I'll follow this. Or they say no, that's cool. Does this make sense? This is actually how you grow your following. Going home right now and posting 1,000 videos about loans will not get you a following. Does anyone know Alex Hormozi? I assume you guys know him. If you go to YouTube Shorts and you put popular, so sort YouTube Shorts by the most viewed videos, his top ones are talking about Chipotle orders, his marriage with his wife, gym, personal shit. Not a single one is business. Even at that level, you just see the business stuff because you're here. You're in the funnel, guys. You're here. So you're like, oh, all he posts is business stuff. No, all these people up here see is Chipotle, dating wife, gym. They don't see any of that stuff. Then they go to the page and they're like, oh, I like this guy, I'm gonna follow him. Stories are only for people who follow me. Everything else is for both people who follow me and people who do not follow me. So whatever you're posting on your stories is just for these people in the middle. They've already followed you, they've engaged with you maybe, maybe not. You're posting stories so that they continue to see you and you stay top of mind and they begin to personally grow closer to you and know you. Reels are the ones that will get you the most reach. It's just a story, but publicly viewable for everyone to watch. It's not in your bio. okay? Reels is what you guys wanna post the most of. The reel goes on the feed.
If you're an agency owner ready to take your business to the next level, we finally opened up spots for personalized consulting to take your agency to the next level. We have hundreds of agencies active in our coaching programs right now. We have over 180 agencies who have done over 6 figures a month. We have over 20 agencies who have done over $1 million a month. And we have over 500 agencies who have done over $10,000 a month. So if you want to get into an agency program that actually levels you up, that surrounds you in a community with agencies who are doing your level of revenue or higher, all you got to do is look at the description below, click one of the links. If you're over 100K a month, you can message me personally on Instagram. I'm going to take care of you and kind of walk you through our accelerator program, which is to take you to your first 7-figure month in the agency business. And if you're doing at least $10,000 a month in your agency and you want to get to your first 100K month, that's the first link below in the description. I'd love to work with you hands-on with me and my team of coaches who are all 6-figure a month agency owners. And in our main program for the 100K a month plus agencies, they're all 7-figure a month agency owners as well. Directly with my team, my C-suite team, all my upper level management, and myself doing the coaching calls for you guys. If you want to learn more details about that, click one of the links below or message me on Instagram if you're doing at least 100K a month. Would love to be a part of taking your agency to the next level.
Everyone open Instagram on their phone. This is your profile picture. If it's red or lit up, that means you've posted a story today. If you click on anyone's profile picture, it will show you the stories. The only people that can see the stories are people who go to their profile and click the stories, or they're already following them so their stories show up at the top. This is called the feed. From this section to this section is called feed. This is your website, your business card, whatever it is we want to call it. Everything you post that's not a story goes to your feed. You can remove it from your feed later, but everything you post, your feed is just a gathering of every video, every carousel, every graphic, every picture that you've posted goes in here. First tab is your feed. So if you have this one clicked, you'll see your feed. Second tab is your reels. This is videos. If you click that one, it will only show you reels you've posted. All the pictures you've ever posted, every carousel will disappear. It's on the first tab. You can have videos that only appear on your reels tab, but do not appear on your main tab. You post it and it shows up on your main tab. Let's say I posted this video today and it showed up on my main tab. I can go press down on it. So find a video on your main tab right now, press down on it, hold it, and options will come up and you can say hide from main feed, hide from main grid. There it is, hide from main grid. Now if you press that, it disappears from here and it only shows up in your video section, but it still exists on the internet. What happens here is if it's in the reels tab, it's still on the internet. People can still see it, okay? It's just not on your business card or your website. There are some videos that you don't want on there. They're maybe too controversial. You don't want a new person, first thing they see is that. I hide it, I put it on the second tab. If you even go to my profile, you'll see certain ones, maybe they got low views and I don't want them to see the view count compared to others, or maybe it was just a topic that was kind of lame. They're not on my grid. So that when someone first visits my stuff, they see my cream of the crop. I don't care. I'm posting pictures not for likes. I'm posting pictures for people to see me and know me and my family and my life. The difference with reels and videos is they still exist on the internet. People are still liking them every day, commenting. They're just not on your main grid. Okay, another question that you had on this was like, when should we post what? Should I post carousels? When should I post videos? When should I post whatever? It doesn't actually matter. The only thing it would matter for is the aesthetic of your page. But reality, guys, the aesthetic of the page does not really matter that much. And most people use it as an excuse to not post. Oh, well, I gotta post a family pic now because it's the third post on the right and it's gonna ruin the rest of my grid. And guys, at one point, our company, Bad Marketing, had 1,000 posts and all of them were their own image because we made different thumbnails just for our feed. So our entire thing looked like one picture. You could scroll infinitely through Bad Marketing's page for 1,000 posts, guys. Think about it. And it was just like a cobweb of collages of different things, and like it felt like one thing. There was no line. That's how much we cared. I could not give a single fuck right now. But that's because that's what the algorithm is right now. When Instagram first came out, whatever, it was all aesthetics, pictures. It doesn't matter anymore. It's content. Is this video good? Are people reacting with it quickly? Does the chart, I'm sure you guys see this chart. If you click on any video you have, it's like a chart of engagement. Does it start off like this? That's a good sign. Boom, it went up. Or does it start off like this? That's what determines how your video will do. That's why I tell you the hook is so important. If the video starts like this, it's like, wow, 40% of people watching it, continue watching it. Great video. Oh, only 7% of people watching it. Bro, put that in the dumps. Once everyone's been through all of Instagram, show that video. And that's all it's based on. So any video you guys click, you can go click view insights or analytics on it. Scroll down enough, it'll show you this. And then you can segment it by followers or non-followers. And that'll kind of tell you what gets more people, what doesn't. Another question that was on here since we're on this whole topic together is trial reels. Has anyone seen this before? Okay, what a trial reel is, it's basically just a test reel that your followers do not see. It only goes to new people. That's all a trial reel is. So you can use that to your advantage to only reach new people. But I would do it with videos that I think are gonna be banger videos. Man, that hook was so good, you just feel it. You're like, this is a good one, I'm gonna put it on there. I have trial reels where I'm like, this is gonna be it. I posted and not a single person likes it. But I'm just telling you what the trial reels are. And if they hit really hard, because if they get 100K views, all 100K don't follow you. That's a lot of prospects looking at your page. If you get 100K views on a normal video, likely chance on a normal video that 90% plus was your follower. Now, if 100K is like a really big number for your page, then likely 90% are non-followers anyways, right? If you have 2,000 followers, do the math. But just generally speaking, that's what a trial reel is. So if the trial reel does well, you can say publish, it'll publish, and then all your people will see it. On the last thing, one of the questions was collaborating. Like, should I collab with a realtor or should I do all this stuff? Obviously, guys, the more people you collab with in general is good for your business. You're building your network, you're now getting their audience to see you, you're talking about loans, they're talking about houses, crossover, it's great. But from a technical standpoint on Instagram, my brother's like, I told you, super famous viral guy, whatever. He just like throws me every week or two, like one of these, right? This was the last one, don't collab because it actually kills your reach, and he's right. So the last video I did that someone sent me a collab for, I said, hey, sorry, I'll accept it in 2 days. I waited 2 days for his views to go good. Then I collabed and accepted it. Then I got more views on the video. Versus what happens is when you collab, it just throttles the views between both of you, kind of keeps it flat. I'll let him ride his wave and then I'll ride another wave on top. Now we have a bigger video. That same person that I collabed with before, we got like 9,000. Similar video concept quality, we got like 65K. That was the gap. Should you post all your reels as trial reels? I don't know is the honest answer. I don't do that. I have friends who like literally only make videos for trial reels, but they're like very broad viral type pages. So like it makes a lot of sense. Like my brother, like he's jumping with monkeys in the African jungle, like while running naked. You know what I mean? Like it's like, obviously it's getting views. I know people that do that, but I wouldn't advise on it. I would just post regularly if I was you guys. Don't care too much about how many followers you have. It's a good metric for you guys long term, but like short term, it's really like I could still reach the entire Chicago metro market. We've done this test before, just so you have context. This isn't some bullshit. You can make a brand new page, put location Chicago, type in whatever, you know, in the category of real estate that you're in, and just make videos talking about if you're in the Chicago metro area, if you live in Chicago, if you have a house in Chicago, and those are all your hooks, and you'll have hundreds of thousands of views at the end of the month, maybe 700 followers, but you'll have hundreds of thousands of views and all of them are probably in the metro Chicago area. You can even pull up the analytics and see. So that's like how far you can reach new people just for making videos. Like for example, I have 118,000 followers. I reached 2.8 million people this month. So I don't really care about the following. Probably 70% of my followers might not even see anything I post, for all I know. I post really long videos. So I'm kind of like an anomaly in this situation. Like the other day I posted like a video talking about like how to not burn out while like being a business owner. And I talked for way too long. It was like 2.5 minutes. And I was like, fuck, no one's gonna watch this. And all the comments were like, thank you, really needed this. People really watched through. So you can't think of it like that. Let me put it this way. I can make a really good video that's manufactured, meaning I'm planning it like, okay, I'm gonna make a long video and I'm like, okay, here's the hook. Then I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna say this, whatever. And it could be 3 minutes. And you can make a video that's 10 seconds. And you're just like, let me just think of a hook and I would crush you. So it's not about the length. It's about the ability to hold attention. So that's why like when I think of ads, I'm building it like this. I'm like, and then I'll look at it, I'll be like, that's not interesting enough. What can we do here to keep their interest? And I'm literally manufacturing the ad to over and over reset holding someone's attention every 2-3 seconds. Reset. So that they feel like they're scrolling. It's that same feeling. I'm just manufacturing it. So don't overthink it. If you're just filming a video, try to keep it between 45 seconds and 90 seconds. Like if you need to go shorter, go shorter. I'm just telling you, like if you're talking about going long, that's a good spot to be on social media and still kind of get the message across and get views. You guys in the room, if you're spending less than 30 minutes a day on social media creating, then you're wasting time. Probably once a year I panic and I'm like, dude, my highlights are so old, I need to go through. And I spend an entire day, literally 10 hours, just like changing my highlights, editing them, whatever. I've come to notice there's only like a few things that really matter in the highlights. Number one is results. So I use my highlights to like when I post stories. So if you guys don't know what highlights are, you post stories, they archive, and then you can like save them permanently on your profile in like a little circle. So I do like a results one. Like, so every time if you close big deals or whatever it is, put them in one tab results. Then like someone doesn't have to scroll through all your feedback to last year. They just click on the stories and they're like, wow, this person does so many deals. They're amazing, whatever. Or even the credibility of like, you posted something from 7 years ago doing the job you're doing. That's credibility. Like if you go to my page and you hit results, the first one's like 2017. And you're like, damn, this guy's been there. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's been here for a while. You know what I mean? So that's also credibility. But the most important one on mine is called My Story. And again, back to this, I manufactured it exactly the way I wanted it to be. You have 100 stories you can add to a highlight, and I just went through and manufactured. I typed some stuff to start it. You can go click at my story later and see. And then it's like, oh, I'm in a basement. Oh, I finally got a car. Oh, we had this hardship in our life. And you watch it and you feel like you know my life story. And I can't tell you how many transactions I've done in my life from people watching that and feeling like they resonate and know me and like really understand my whole story. Just from like that one. It took me probably like 3 hours to do. Adding 100, then you hit the limit, then you're like, which one's worth removing for this one? And then you kind of like start piecing the puzzle and making it better over time. But now people, when they go, I earn trust like this. If they hit that button and they're watching, it's over. They know who I am. They know everything I've been through. They've seen me start with nothing, become successful, blah, blah, blah. And now the trust is just so strong. And then be smart. Look at your following. Be like, where are my followers? What time zone are they in? And try to post around those time zones. So if all your followers are, whatever, in Chicago, and you're posting at 1 a.m. Chicago time, it's probably a dumb idea. Look at where your followers are. Like for me, half my followers are in like Dubai, Europe, and half are in the US. So I try not to post past like 7 p.m. US time, because like I know a third to half of my followers are asleep. My team's like, oh, someone told us noon and 3 p.m. and 4:30. And then like the next week they go to another presentation like, oh, Mr. B's team said 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's every one of your pages is different. That's the answer. You're not all on the same algorithm, not all on the same audience, not all on the same content. You can't do it that way. Raise your hand if you've posted on Instagram and just edited the video by yourself on your phone before. Raise your hand. All my best content doesn't need an editor, but I have content that obviously requires editing because I'm not going to spend my time doing it. And it's usually cutting up videos like this and then turning it into clips. So first of all, I'll give you all the tools. So you need like a project management tool. I use ClickUp. Okay, this is like where they put their tasks. So I can just log in anytime, see what videos they're all working on, which ones are in progress, which ones are about to be done, whatever it is. You can use my company to get editors, remotelyx.com. They're savages. When you log in, you do not want to give them your login. So there are softwares that you can use that allow them to post on your page without having to log in directly to your page. You would just give them like access to the software. You can turn off DMs, you can turn off whatever you want. So my team has access to post, but they can't like respond to a DM. So this is how you protect yourself. It's very easy. Just some KPIs, like an editor should be able to bang out, depending on the quality of your edits, like 3 to 6 a day. Anything less than 3 is like fireable offense tomorrow. Most of these videos are so easy to edit, especially with AI now. The thing that used to take up the most time to edit videos was making captions. Now I can just click one button on Instagram and it just front loads all the captions in like 2 seconds. So there's really no more excuses. Now they're just cutting and trying to make it more exciting. And if you think about it, like for you guys that are editing, what a lot of us do wrong is we'll get an editor, we'll make some content. Some people even show me their pages today, and this is literally what they're doing. We shoot podcasts, whatever, we make content, we get an editor, starts clipping all this stuff, and I'm just posting to post. My editor's cutting stuff. They don't care what the hook is. No, I don't care what views it got. You guys are just cutting stuff to make it look cute and post and say, I posted. That's the wrong approach. If my editor is not sitting here and literally trying to manufacture my video, not just cut it, manufacture, oh, that's really cool, but this is the most exciting thing John said, I'm gonna move that to the first clip because that's the best hook. If they're not thinking like that, just fire them, who cares? There's AI softwares now that'll just cut your whole video. Your editor needs to be a forward thinker of like, how do we get more views? And the best way for you to do that as a business owner is to incentivize them that way. We did X amount of views this month, or my average video gets 10,000 views. For every video that gets 100,000 views, I'll give you an extra $50. They're a VA editor, that's like 5% of their salary. Imagine they do that 10 times a month, they make 50% more money. Now the standard becomes it's 100K, it's raising the bar to 250, whatever, right? But incentivize them financially, you guys have nothing to lose. I'd pay $50 for 100,000 views every day. Here's my theory. Hopefully you guys can agree with this. And it goes back to someone asked, like, should I verify my page? We are on these platforms, okay? We're literally already on the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We are using their product. who do you think gets prioritized? The person who uses their software and pays the premium subscription and edits on the platform versus off the platform, or the person that uses all these other software tools, all this stuff, doesn't have a blue check, and makes a better video? First one, every time. Guys, just use logic. People always come up with all these theories of like how ads work and stuff. I'm like, dude, it's so simple. Whoever runs an ad that gets the highest percent of people watching it, like the furthest in the video, and gets the highest percentage of people clicking it, they will pay the least amount of money. Because the platform's like, great, more people are staying on the platform and engaging with this guy's content more. Let's reward him, let's charge him less per click. Let's charge him less per view on this ad. That's the whole game. They want you on the app as long as possible, and they're gonna reward you for it. Anytime there's like a, I'm not sure and there's no data, I resort back to that theory, which is if I'm this software company and I own all these things, the person that's consuming and using and creating more money for me through the people that he's talking to is the one I wanna reward the most every single time. So you could pay an editor like for short form, like $1,200 a month, and they'll kill it for you. Remember, they can do 3 to 5 videos a day. So let's just say 4 times 21 work days a month. They can do 84 videos for you a month. The problem is you won't shoot enough content to give them 84 videos. So the value of your editor is based on the output that you can give him. We can both hire the same guy for $1,200. I give him 84 pieces of content, you give him 4, and you paid $300 a video, and I paid like 12, you know? So that's also an important piece in this as you guys are calculating like value. Stop thinking editors, okay? I'm telling you, I own the recruiting company to hire the editors, and I'm telling you, don't do it. Open your phone, video yourself, and get on the app. Look, it's very easy. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna be hard to see, but if you guys open your apps, I'm gonna walk you through this. I start on my camera. Never film on the app, film on the camera. The quality is always better. So I'll film a video, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking, here's the amazing video I have. Here's all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Video's done. Then I'll go to Instagram. I know I have a privacy screen, so it's gonna be hard to see. I'll go to Reel. I'll pick the Reel tab. I'll swipe up, and I'll pick the video that I just filmed. Then all I do is I click captions. It's literally one of these little squares at the bottom, okay? And then the video, Instagram in seconds will generate all the captions of all the words I'm saying. And then I'll literally go and hit text, and I'll type a title that's polarizing or can get their attention. So in this case, I don't know what I would put for this room, but whatever, something controversial. Like last time I said, like, if you scam people, you'll make more money. That's what I wrote. That's not what I said. I was saying something completely different to start, but that's what I wrote. So that's what they read. They're like, if you scam people, you'll make more money. Fuck this guy. And immediately they're like, I'm gonna watch this so I can fucking talk shit to this guy, right? So I just type in the title, and then I'll hit edit video, and then I just shorten that title, the text, to be just the first 5 seconds, and I post. When you post pictures or carousels will get more views than pictures right now. These rules might be different in 6 months, okay? It changes all the time, but I'm telling you right now. Carousels will get more views than pictures. So if you're gonna post a picture, you might as well post 2 or 3 and make it a carousel. Put music on every single picture or carousel you ever post, okay? Music gets reach in its own. Instagram likes it, it promotes it to more people. If you do a video where you're talking, still put music, but when you're going to edit, you can press the music and control its own volume and move it to 1 or 2. So that they're like, oh, he's still playing music, and then now you're getting more reach on your video just because you have a music on it. And then if you guys ever have a situation where a video pops off and then you're seeing a lot of followers coming in, post on your story right away. Because all those people, when you follow someone, first thing you see is that person's story. Like start building that relationship right away. And don't do this thing that people do, which is, oh, I see a lot of new followers are on the page today. Thanks for following me. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. Don't do that, please. Just always pretend like it's always a normal thing. You're just posting for the people that are following you. There's no like, we had this cool event and thanks for following me from hunting. Like everyone's seeing that. They're like, you're only talking to a small subset of the total pool, so just don't address it like that. A video that could get you a lot of views would be like, if you're thinking about buying a home, this is the most important mistake to avoid. So when you're going to buy a home and then have some crazy loud music playing in the background in the office, and all of a sudden everything you're saying is inaudible, and then the music goes away and you're like, and that's the most important thing to avoid when you're buying a home. You get what I'm saying? Even just you being like, should I do that? It's like, oh, well, we could fucking make this funny. I guarantee that'll get you 1 million views. So as long as you make it natural, whatever. But like, who do you think's watching that? Someone who's gonna buy a home soon. If they got to the end, it's so funny that the engagement is so high, they're probably watching it again to laugh. They're sharing it with someone else. And then boom, you have 1 million views of people who want to buy a home soon. Okay, so I think the best thing you can do to get realtors is to run like live events in person or webinars with certain topics. But I'm gonna tell you an important story so you understand how to do this, okay? When I used to do marketing for the Go team, We used to run webinars almost every week. And it was kind of like really stressful because like not only did Amir have to now like figure out like something new to talk about, but like me as a marketing team, I also had to kind of present those ideas even though I don't do it. And then I also had to go then build the site and all the other stuff that has to go around this topic. So every week we had a different topic. So like for example, they'd hike rates and I'd be like, Amir, quick, emergency webinar tomorrow, rate hikes. What does that mean for everyone? Let's get as many people as we can, blah, blah, blah. And then we get a ton of loan officers who are panicking and scared. Rate hike, oh my gosh, we're gonna be out of business. What do we do, Amir? Save us. And then Amir teaches. And then we sell people into the program, which you're all now in, which truly is an incredible program. Like, I'm sure you guys know, but I used to see the results myself. I've sold my own friends on joining in, their lives have changed. So great stuff they're doing here. All that to say, the topic of the webinar determines the type of person that you're getting. We ran a webinar to get a Lowe's, and the topic was how to get more clients. Our cost per lead, meaning someone signed up for the webinar, was $5. This is a loan officer opting in for $5. That's really cheap. We ran another one, how to maximize your executive assistant as an LO. Any guesses? $1, 30, 40, 100, great. Hey, you guys are in the right direction. This is $48 a lead. Roel, Eddie, bro, Seth, guys, what's going on? Fucking last week was 5, how are we at 48? That's 10 times more expensive, shut the shit down. I was like, bro, just trust me. Why trust me? Because they're worth more. If someone wants to see how to maximize their executive assistant, how many people do they have on their team? If someone wants to get their next deal, they probably have a money problem. And guess what? This one did 5 times of a return compared to this one. So when I'm telling you, when you're running ads to get realtors, think this way too. What are you doing to give them value, whether it's on a live training, a live event together, a get together, whatever it is, that will attract a certain caliber of realtor. Even if it means you have to spend more money out of pocket on the marketing or on the venue or on the food or whatever it is, that attracts a certain caliber of person. When I do live events right now, like when I'm in my companies, we train people on how to build AI bot agents for their company. And then some of them go on to like just sell it to other people and do it as a service. Even my team was like, oh, we got this room. It's like $17,000 for this event. Or we got this one, it's like 32, but like, I don't think it's worth it. I'm like, dude, that one's way nicer. Do the 32. Because you're pitching people, they come to this event, they basically buy tickets, and then we pitch them $3,000 to like learn this whole program, whatever. I'm like, bro, you're selling people on $3,000. Put them in an environment where they feel like it's worth $3,000. And then we close significantly more people just from that $10,000 difference because they feel like it's worth that when they're in the room, right? And so it's all down to this. So when you're going to run ads, play the top. Because if you play the top, you'll get some people underneath them. But if you play the bottom, you'll get no one above them. Something that you can do on Instagram, if you guys go on any of the posts that you posted, you can hit boost post. Has anyone boosted? I assume you guys have, all you guys running ads. Okay, something really cool that you can do is I take like $1 to $3 a day and you can boost posts that are really good posts to people who are like engaged with your content recently. So you can make an audience of like, someone that recently watched a video on my page in the last 90 days. So this is someone that's engaged with you. And if you have a really cool video concept that did well, you can just boost this video for like $1, $2, $3 a day to anyone who engaged. Because this is the game you guys are playing. I've been asking people at lunch, like how many times a year does someone buy a house? In their life, sorry. Answer is like 2 to 5. But let's just say it's 5 times. This is how many chances you have of getting a deal done with someone in the entire lifetime. How many hot dogs have they eaten in their life? 10,000? You know what I mean? This is how much opportunity you guys have. So your goal is to be remembered. That's what you guys are playing for. You're not trying to get everyone to transact today. It's not the business you're in. Your business is to be recalled, is to be remembered. So when you can boost a post and retarget people who have already watched stuff with you, they feel like you're everywhere. So what this looks like is like this. These are all the people that watch my stuff. And then inside of them, there's pockets of people who watch more stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, if these people are watching more stuff, show these people more stuff too, directly to these people. I'll spend money on it for all I care. What happens is when most people are just like, let me talk to new people, let me talk to new people, let me talk to new people, let me talk to new people. Let's just say 6 times. Okay, they post 6 videos and all 6 go to new people. Cool. But Bruce Lee said, so he's more scared of someone who practices 1 punch 1,000 times than 1,000 punches once. And the same goes for views. If I have 1 million people who see my stuff once, I'm forgotten. They just watched another 20 people before they even got off the toilet. But instead of those 1 million views being spread like that, what if I had 10,000 people see me 100 times? How much more valuable is that to my business? How much more are those people fighting for their friends to get loans from me? They see me 100 times. They're like, dude, this is the best guy in the whole loan space. No one else even exists in the space because they've seen me so many times. They're the only thing they can think of when they think of a loan. And so that's the game you guys actually need to be playing. So when you guys are like, oh man, I only have 10,000 followers or I only get of 10,000 views a month. And those are a lot of people. You put 10,000 people in that room inside. We had 430 people in that room and we couldn't breathe. Can you imagine? 10,000 people? What the fuck? That's how many people you're reaching. But you guys are underestimating. You're treating like it's like not a huge number. 10,000 is a lot of people. If those 10,000 are apostles for you, like we talked about, how many deals are they gonna bring you over the course of life? If 10% of them brought you one deal, that's 1,000 deals. Oh, spread that out over 15 years, that's pretty damn good in itself. You understand what I'm saying? You guys are underestimating the amount of power you have from being able to get yourself in front of the same person multiple times as opposed to always new people. Was this helpful? Did you like this kind of style? Okay, cool, beautiful, thank you guys. Okay, so ManyChat, that's a good question. It's been brought up a few times. This is a chat bot software that connects to your Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. I'm sure you guys have messaged someone and then like a robot responds and you're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to talk to this thing. That's how I feel. But you can use it for some pretty cool stuff. So for example, what I would use it for, we use it in our like bad marketing pages and stuff, is like if I'm giving people free resources, if you want my guide on XYZ, and then they comment sell, and then it auto DMs them the thing that you want to give them, right? So you can do it for stuff like that. That's about what I'd use it for. I hate when someone uses ManyChat to automate like responses to me outside of keywords that they've given me to give to them, because then I just don't want to talk to them anymore. Like even my own friends, like they'll send me something on Instagram, I just ignore it. I just don't even respond. Why would I? The fucking robot's gonna respond. You know what I mean? Every time, and then I have to use like the safety word. Pineapples, you know? And then it's like, I've unsubscribed you, and the next time it just does the same thing again, right? So like every one of my friends has their own password, and I'm like, dude, I can't deal with this. So I just don't even message my friends on social media anymore. Like certain ones, I literally have them flagged in my inbox. I just know if they have a flag, I'm like, robot. I'll just go text him on his phone, right? So to me, it's frustrating. But if you're doing it for, it's like tit for tat, you comment this and I'll give you this, it's a great tool so you don't have to go manually copy, paste, respond to every single person. Yeah, reposting is always good. Repost stuff is great. It doesn't hurt you. It only helps the other person. I like certain things that I don't collab on, I'll repost. Like if someone tries to collab with me and I'm not really the main thing in the video, I'll be like, okay, I'll just repost it and then my followers will see it. You know what's crazy is like grilled this point in your head and someone tomorrow's gonna do the same thing and 9 out of 10 of you will leave here and you won't film shit. And I'm just giving you perspective of competition here. This is the highest level of competition when it comes to competing in a digital space. You guys showed up to this event, you guys are in a digital community, you're spending all this money investing in yourself, you flew here, you got a hotel, you spent multiple days, weekdays in an event where you could be going and trying to produce more loans. You're putting all this time, Amir and the team are curating the sickest experience and the best coaching program, and still 9 out of 10 of you won't do it. Imagine outside of this room. What is it, 9.99 out of 10? You understand what I'm saying? If you can't get it after that, I can't do it for you. It is what it is. And if you gotta talk yourself into it every day, I don't care what you have to do, bro. You better start filming on that camera. And like I said, with AI and everything, this will be the most valuable thing you can ever do or become. You will never get too big. If you get too big, close profile, done. You no longer exist on the internet. That's how easy it is. So like, stop being scared to do it and just fucking do it at the end of the day. If you guys want to benchmark though, like when people were asking me at lunch, I say post 3 times a day. The problem is you guys are like, oh my gosh, 3 times a day. I have to make a graphic and I have to make a carousel and I have to think about it. No, there are so many times, and I wish you guys were at the lunch table, but like I showed them how many things happen in their day that they could just pick up a video and start talking about. I like, oh, this letter that we got, or this thing that came up on the news, or this new thing that happened in the mortgage industry, or this giant house that was sold, or this house that burned down and there was an insurance policy. Here's what you should know about your home insurance. Like anything that would relate to a homeowner happens to you guys 100 times a day. You are just not conditioned to look for it. You're just like, oh, that's another thing that happened today. But to all of us, me, him, who aren't in this space, who aren't in real estate, this is all cool shit. You're like, oh shit, that happened? That's good to know for my home insurance. That's good to know for this. I appreciate that. To you guys, it's second nature. It's the same reason when you go to shop for a car, the moment you decide this is the car I want, you see it everywhere. It doesn't take months of conditioning your brain to see the red Nissan Altima. It takes 1 second. It takes a decision that this is what I want, and now your brain automatically, subconsciously goes, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, and you never used to see them. It's the same for this. All it takes is a moment of you going, dude, I'm gonna look for things that I could turn into videos throughout my day. And anything that happens, if you can't make the video in the same moment, I literally have a WhatsApp chat with myself. It's the first one pinned on my phone. Anytime I get an idea, I just type reel, this. If I'm in the meeting, I just keep going. I'm like, oh, I'll get back to that. If I'm not in a meeting and something happens or an idea comes up, I literally don't even flinch. I pick up my phone and I start recording. In the first 10 videos, I can't even get past 5 seconds. And I still do that. And then I just go back and just delete all the videos. But it still takes me 7, 8 tries, but I don't flinch. I just pull it out. I got nothing better to do right now. If I post this video, there is no contract I read. There is no call I can take. There is nothing unless severely urgent that can bring my business more value than filming this video, posting it, and 1,000 people see it. How hard would it be for me to go stand outside and get 1,000 people to listen to me? Impossible. But if I don't flinch right now and I just film this, 1,000 people will remember me. And if I do it again tomorrow, if I do it again, it might be 1,500, 2,000, 5,000, and then I'm walking in the streets and I'm getting free tables at restaurants because the owner loves the content I watch. Because his kid shared a video with him about something for the house and it helped them and he didn't forget it, and so he took care of our bill. Whatever. It happens all the time, guys. Trust me, you would not believe it. The impact, it goes so much further than the people watching you, engaging with you. Those people are sharing your stuff with other people and you don't know the impact it has on their life until one day someone comes up to you and be like, dude, that one thing you did, it saved us like $40,000 and we finally afforded the home of our dreams because of that trick you gave. Thank you so much. Like, you don't realize what that is because you can't see it, because people don't bring it to you. It's not something common that people do. But that's what you're doing when you're picking up the phone out of your pocket. And that infinitely affects your business in a way that you can't understand. Cool. Thank you so much, guys.